How did you unintentionally pull out the wrong weapon?
So assuming you've been kind of filled in on what it was, like what the
Yeah,
scenario was.
I read the reports. 13 Alpha,
Yeah.
you respond. Um, and then what's his name? Someone states, open fire on that vehicle. It stemmed from a crowbar, and you open fire on it. Was it stated like what the class was?
It was not, but that's not really an excuse for me either because the
Good,
default is class 1, you know.
good. All right,
Um yeah.
all right.
But yes, so multiple officers beat down with knuckle dusters. Suspect jumps into Entity XF, and Maple scene lead says, "I'm giving the order, open fire on that vehicle." Um, he said, try to get units in front of its path so that we can disable it because it's a very fast car. It was
They asked to
coming.
disable the vehicle and not shoot the driver.
I don't want to misquote him. The verbiage was most closely to open fire on that vehicle. Again, whether it was disabling or just trying to, incapacitate the driver.
Mm. So we shoot to kill, not the vehicle. If the vehicle does
Okay.
disable and they get out, you no longer have to shoot them.
Yeah, I transparently, I aimed for the front of the car because I thought we were aiming to disable.
Understood.
But,
Perfectly
yeah.
fine. The reason I state that is there's been a lot of high command conversation around this topic area. I am of the belief that we live in a very Grand Theft Auto world, and disabling a vehicle is not that difficult versus shooting the driver. However, other opinions are, more on the, yep, we got to kill him. So I lost that battle. So my point being that if you do shoot to disable and you end up murking him, the intention is to murk from the very beginning. So.
Understood. But yes, to answer your original question, the vehicle was coming right at me, and so with the order of getting in front of it and shooting the vehicle, I hopped right out of my car and just immediately started trying to take shots. And that's when I realized that
you didn't
my
realize
MP5 was on my lap and not.
Okay.
Yeah. And
understood.
Then a few bullets went out. I think
this is not an excuse.
No.
Flores, I am surrounded by dumb fucks. People with years of experience that have lost all sense of what it means to police. People have given up. If the Faceless showed up right now, Mr. Blue, Charlie, and they pulled their dick out, I imagine 50% of the law enforcement would get on their knees and slurp that fucking blue popsicle. All right, that's where we're at with things. Social media. People more concerned about themselves than their neighbors. Our blade is not as sharp as it once was. All right. However, here in the Marshals, we need to show that standard can continue to exist, irrespective of anybody else. So, with that being said, you fucked up. You fucked up bad.
I did.
24-hour suspension. 3 strike points. We're not calling it that cringe dap shit.
Understood.
In addition, 30 minutes of training on hop outs.
Understood.
So that you are better trained to jump out of a vehicle with the appropriate firearm if the time calls for it. Any questions?
No, sir. Again, the last thing I want to do is make excuses. The last thing I want to do is be one of the dumb fucks that you mentioned. And last night I was a dumb fuck, but I'm talking in perpetuity, right? I don't want to continually be a dumb fuck.
Good. At the end of the day, people are going to have to recruit for a war or something, whatever happens down the line, right? And, you know, they're going to be looking through the roster and be like, do I want one of these individuals leading the charge? No. They're going to be looking at us.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah.
So,
and I'm carrying this with me. Like, this is not something I'm going to be like, oh, I fucked up. You know, I'll serve my suspension, take my points, and then just get right back out there. Like, no, this is a learning moment for me. Absolutely. And I hope to be a turning point as well. So just want to make that clear as well.
Hey, I appreciate it. That's how I want the behavior. All right, Flores.
Absolutely, sir.
Anything else?
Is there anything you need me to like turn in? Anything to hand over? I'm emailing Norman on the zombie stuff. So
I would say
him,
that you still can tackle paperwork. Okay. I don't believe when someone is suspended, they can be suspended within the halls of this building in order to do paperwork or phone calls, right? But you are not to leave the building. You are not to, in fact, you want to put all your guns in your locker because handing something over is idiotic, I think. I don't do that.
Yes.
It's you know, we still have a department to run, and so yeah. So you can keep cooking shit. In fact, I'm going to get you on a tool. I'd like to get your feedback. Send me your email. It's called ClickUp.
Okay.
We may be transitioning a lot of our complicated case files to that. Not only for organizational reasons and whatnot. So I'll get you added, and I want you to play around with it. Let me know what you think. I'm going to be seeing if there's something a little bit more simplified, but there may not be. Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah,
right.
I will get you my email. I'll take a perusal through it, and I can give you some feedback.
Okay.
I will put all of my weapons and, you know, as much equipment as I can fit into my locker. It's not a huge locker, but
yep.
I'll put all my stuff in there, and then anything I do will just be within the confines of this office, and will just be kind of like paperwork focused.
Yep.
I'll check in with you before resuming any normal duty.
Okay.
You know, if 24 hours pass, I'll still make sure I talk to you before.
Very good. The hop out training will have Luca handle it.
Okay.
Now, and also I want you to write the report for your own suspension. So.
Okay.
All right. Easy. Good shit.
Thank you, Director.
All right, easy enough. Suspended 24 hours. He can continue to stay in this building without his weapons to work any case files, or whatever, which is fine by me. I don't really believe that you need to. If someone's doing paperwork, that's a fucking punishment.
Yeah, let him sit at the front desk and take walk-in complaints.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of like that. Give him a call. Let him know that he can do walk-in complaints.
All right.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to do one better. Let me give him a call.
Oh, hold on. I guess Knight's going to give you a call. One sec. All right, you're good to go.
Hello.
I'm going to have you do even one better. This is Springfield's idea. The first part, which I like, is that if you're doing paperwork, sit at the front desk, you know, professional looking, take in walk-in complaints, advertise it, and you let people know that you're doing it because you're suspended and that you're taking that on the foot because we hold that standard. You know what I mean? Let people know that we don't fuck around, right? And we wear that shit like a badge, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Whenever I'm around doing paperwork, I'll be at the desk invisible.
Easy. And just twat out, we're taking walk-in civilian complaints. So, you know.
Okay. Yeah. And hopefully we'll get some traction. Some people will come down with some stuff.
All right. Easy. I appreciate it, Flores.
All right. Thank you, Brian. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I also, having us say, hey, we're suspended, therefore we're doing this. is, I think, a good look, because we need to show people that like accountability is important, and it doesn't make you, it's the difference between a man and a boy, right?
You also know you're about to get confronted by Pred, and you're going to be able to say, we take public accountability. What do you
well, I don't equate Pred in those equations, right? It's just,
no, but it's a bonus.
yeah, I'm just not interested. I've heard enough complaints to know that it's just posturing.
That's fair.
And for me,
Yeah.
it's